Pub Park. I mean, a lot of fireworks, a lot of home runs. Golly, I was looking at the list the other night, and I mean, we got right afterwards. You got Charlie Spencer leading things off, 4 home runs already to his name in one game. He's taking on, quite honestly, the most anticipated team to arrive this league.
Absolutely. You know, and Jason Fody comes out here, and he's been talking about this for a while. His excitement level of coming out here, and he walks up to me right before the game, and he goes, I think what I do, I think I'm throwing a little fast for what we're doing out here. Then he comes out here and he's goofing around with everyone. He steps on the mound and just, it was all focus. I was like, this guy's he's for real, and just starts throwing seeds in here that were giving some guys some trouble. But there was one that had him figured out. Old Charlie Spencer
beard himself.
Yeah. Yeah, the manliest beard of wiffle ball. Definitely went lumberjack on old Fody yesterday. So, coming into the clubhouse week 1 with 4, he's out front by a pretty good margin.
I don't think anyone has 3. No,
2 was the
got a
next
couple
level.
twos.
You got a lot of ones, a lot of ones.
Yeah, a lot of ones.
But talking about the pitching, I mean, there was a big adjustment made in the offseason. What all went into the decision to move back the pitcher's mound?
Well, we had some pitchers that, had a little bit of a speed issue sometimes, and they, it wasn't on purpose or anything like that. It was just a natural motion of their body.
You're saying they got excited?
They got a little excited, a little bit excited, and we didn't want to change the way that they pitched. We wanted to just maybe give the hitter a little bit more of a chance. So we backed it up, 2 feet, and I think last night, it went well. We didn't have as many walks as we thought we were going to have.
Exactly. I thought coming in, because all those work days that we had, and we experimented a little bit with throwing from where we were the past, several years. We moved it back actually 4 feet, and in your head thinking 4 feet, it's nothing, but
it's a huge
4 feet
difference.
was a huge difference. So when we found that kind of happy medium at 2 feet, those work days we had a lot of wind, and we were having trouble throwing strikes. We were a little, didn't know what to expect last night. But yeah, like you said, it went well. I didn't see any uptick in the amount of walks.
We had 3, I think, in our whole game.
Really?
3 or 4 in the entire
I think
game.
we had a couple. That was it. Yeah, I mean, everything. The level of competition out here for a wiffle ball league is incredible.
It's really
These guys
good.
made the adjustment.
Really good.
And it's just as competitive. And like to reiterate what you said, we had some issues with some speed, but it was also kind of an issue of the distance we were at. Some of these guys felt like they were having to slow down their arm motion and stuff like that. We wanted the guys to be able to feel like they were throwing in a full capacity, and I think that 2 feet, made all the difference in the world.
It made a big difference. I could see the ball a little bit better last night.
And also, you tell me, I don't remember our guys having to make any speed warnings the entire night.
There were a couple that
Did
40
Fody,
threw.
did Fody get one? I think Fody may have got
a couple that
got
were
a little,
Mach 5.
like you said, excited, got up
They
there.
got excited. It was opening night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Now, there were plenty of fireworks on that night, but I mean, some of the top 3 that immediately jump out to me, of course, Charlie Spencer hitting 4 home runs.
Yeah.
David Todd, first grand slam of the season.
Yeah.
That was big. I mean, Off in the Woods had a number of opportunities for those, but golly, that guy capitalized. I think he had 6 RBIs in 1 inning.
yeah, I think he did.
I mean, God, we're keeping track of, what's happening with home runs and overall wins and all that, but if we had an RBI count right now, David Todd would be the king.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And then what was it, towards the end of the night, Kakambas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up 22. Did I read that correctly?
22.
22 runs on
22 to
opening night.
Yeah.
You think they were trying to make a statement?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
made a
they
big
want to let
statement
everyone
last
know
night.
that they were here.
Now,
They
here's
hit
the
1,
thing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs.
6 home runs to generate 22 total runs on opening night. They're letting everybody know that, is there a pronunciation competition underway, with those guys? I tell you, take a look at the league standings right now on playwiffit.com. You would see that they're in first place. Off in the Woods defending champs number 2, only because they generated 6 more runs last night. You played against Off in the Woods. How'd the champs do last night as an opponent?
We've had the pleasure of playing against off in the woods for the better part of 3 years now in all of our seasons, and those guys, they're the type of guys that they love to have a good time, but they're extremely competitive, they're extremely athletic, they're very, very good, which is why they've won so many of these championships. And last night was no different. I felt really good about what we did last night. Getting out here, we had a couple people that haven't played in a long time that came out here and shined. Drew Stieber hasn't played in several seasons, and he came out here and really showed that he still got it.
I think he hit a home run in his first at bat, maybe.
No, he didn't hit one last night, but he hit a bunch of seeds down against the fence that were incredible. To come out here and to not see a wiffle ball move in a couple of years and come out here and do it, it's good.
He's a dad.
He's a dad now. He's a dad
Things
now,
are bigger.
right? Yeah.
Things are bigger.
But we hung around as best we could. And they had a 3-run lead on us, and I drop a pop-up out here trying to rob a home run that probably should have caught. And they're the type of team,
they're going to take
if you give them that inch, the next pitch, Christy Hare comes up and
She's
hits
a
a
beast.
missile
Yes.
over there.
If I remember.
Oh yeah,
That was a
line
shot.
drive over the fence.
I tell you what, someone else that did really well last night was Sneed. Sneed had a really good pitching
He
performance
did.
last night.
He did.
He really did a good job.
Kopp and Cramlett always, they always talk about Sneed and how much trouble he can give you. Now in the past, Sneed's had some. He's one of those that'll get excited. He gets competitive and
Run it on up.
Yep, and he can run it up there a little bit.
Throw a little gas.
But Kopp and Sneed have a very friendly rivalry pitching wise. They like pitching against each other. They like bouncing it off of each other, and you can see in the middle of the game they really start to feed off of each other. I can't say enough about those guys. They're good. They're tough to beat.
Really
I mean,
good.
as you can see, we were hanging around, with a 3-run deficit, and that error on my part led to a 10-run inning, or a 7-run inning, and we end up losing the game 16-6.
Oh.
So you give them that little inch, and they're going to run with it.
They're gonna
So
take it
they're
back.
going to be tough to beat this year, as per par for the course.
I got in trouble last night when I was doing the announcing for the lineups, right? And so I called out Kathleen at the time, and apparently I got the wrong last name. I promise it was listed on the submitted roster, okay? But we checked Facebook in between innings, and we saw that there was an update, in between seasons. So, the look that I don't know if I can recreate it, but I was scared for my life going back to my car from the look that Sneed gave me after I announced that one. I don't know if he was more thrown off by the fact that I got the last name wrong, or the fact that we couldn't come up with a good walkout song for her at the time, so we just went with 50 Cent in the club at default, and somehow it just kind of got a little.
What is that? Yeah.
It was cross between confusion and a death stare, so I was either going to have to ask someone to help me get back out to my car, or just go to the next track.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So taking a look at around the league. Looking into this next week now, we've got backdoor sliders going to be featured in the game of the week, taking on Sandlot Sluggers. What can we expect from both of those teams?
I think Ryan Cummins is going to have a really good game next week. I'm thinking he's going to hit probably 2 home runs. He'll probably have 4 RBIs and be a big asset to their team. They have some good guys. Brooks, he puts his part in. Kaiser, you got him over there at third. He likes to showboat over there a little bit. Get a little flashy sometimes. He
Both
does
with
good.
home run potential.
He both
Had
with
some
home
last
run.
night.
Yeah, he definitely had some home
night.
runs last night. I mean, I think they're going to put up a fight against the backdoor sliders.
Yeah, so sluggers, those guys, all have competed at, very high levels of baseball, and they're extremely talented. Brooks and it was funny watching, a team with Brooks Bobinger on it and him not be on the mound last night. Matt also, they picked him up in the offseason, and Big Sweat, man, he can throw it, He got touched a couple times last night, but he settled in. But those guys are going to be right there at the top of this league as well. Sluggers they're good. They've competed and contended a couple times. Joe Hernandez, Mr. Consistency out here. I think he led the game off last night with a jack. That's just what they do. Kaiser's a vacuum over there. And Charlie, little quiet Charlie, you know, be careful. I've seen her.
Yeah.
I've seen her take some guys, ruin some guys' nights out here. She can swing it.
She can.
And you know, sliders, same thing. You know, those guys are super competitive.
Yes, they are.
And that's going to be
How many home runs
great.
did they hit last night? They had a combined they hit 6 home runs last night as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Jamie touched them up. I mean,
Yep.
there you go. Look. What else can you say? You know, coming into
David.
week 2, Charlie Spencer. What are you going to do? How are you going to throw?
Yeah,
that
it's
guy,
not
you
going to
know?
be easy at all. Not at all.
Can
I
he
think it's
keep
going to be
the
a
streak
good
alive?
match.
You know,
He's definitely going to.
He's got the resume to prove it. You know, he's been successful out here.
Yeah, he'll probably wind up with another 4 or 5 RBIs.
Another 4 or 5 RBIs.
I would think so,
RBIs,
yeah.
but not necessarily home runs yet, because we
maybe
got 2
2.
home runs and a couple RBIs coming on the other side.
Yeah, I think he'll probably put at least 2 out. He'll put 1 in the tree and 1 out in center field.
Over
I feel
under
that coming.
over under total runs in this game for game of the week.
Game of the week. Let's see.
This last week we had
feature game.
16-6, so
Yeah.
we were at 22. I think my math is,
Yep.
somewhere in the ballpark. Over under
29, 30 maybe?
30.
I think it's going to be,
30 runs. The
Yeah.
pitchers are going to have a tough night.
I'd say so. It's going to be somewhere between 14, 15.
It's hard to say.
12,
you know,
13.
That's 2 pretty good pitchers. You know, too, and but if history says anything, pitching is everything out here. But even when we get those matchups with those 2 really good pitchers, we still usually get quite a few runs. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, fielding the ball out here, you know, the park looks great. Excuse me, the field, you know, is in great shape. But at the end of the day, that's a wiffle ball coming at you. And if you can hit the ball down or hit the ball over the fence, you're going to have a lot of success. So.
Oh, yeah. And I think that extra little bit that we have out there, that extra 2 feet is going to, I think we're going to have elevated scores all year.
Absolutely.
I think they're going to keep getting better and better. I think the games are going to be really tight. I know, we changed a little bit and went from 40 minutes to 35 minutes. And last night, most of the games ran, right at about 40 minutes.
Yep.
And most of them went 4 innings. We had a couple that went 3. I know ours went 3 innings. I think there was one other game that went 3 innings last night. I'm not remembering.
The first one may have
Was it
gone.
the first one that went 3 innings?
Wiffle All-Stars.
Yeah. And
Yep.
so we just had big innings. It wasn't the fact that the time and the innings. It's just we had 10 runs 1 inning, 8 runs another inning. So I think the games themselves are going to run smoothly this season, but we're going to have high scores, lower innings.
High scores, lower innings. Hitting home runs on and off the field. It's a home run to join the league, and now people can get out here and enjoy swinging away.
Yep.
We got the upcoming matchup for the game of the week between Backdoor Sliders and Sandlot Sluggers. Backdoor Sliders only a couple seasons removed from the championship series.
Yep.
They're a little hungry to get back. They missed a season in the championship picture, so they're looking to maybe make a run. Arguably, is this the most anticipated competitive season that Pub Park has seen yet, with these 12 teams down to just 1 day?
I think so. I think the competition out here is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree. I mean, it's bringing the league back to one night, and we're at our peak of the level of competitor that's coming out here on this league. The teams are stacking themselves because everyone wants a piece of what Off in the Woods has right now. And they've stacked the team. The thing about Off in the Woods is they've stayed consistent. They've got the same team they started with, but their play over the years has really stepped up the level of competition throughout the league. And with us bringing this thing down to 12 teams in one night, there's really no off week.
Not at all.
It doesn't seem like there's a week that you can take
Not
off.
at all.
It's almost like college football. You lose one game, and that might cost you your playoff hopes.
It could.
Absolutely.
It very well could. I tell you, y'all had a really good game yesterday.
We did. We gave up 10 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
It went 10-0 in the first inning, and then Stephen Cook came in and pitched and had a couple walks. He threw 2 walks, and then after that went 1-2 home run, I think, or 2 home runs, and then got the third out and got out with 2 runs that inning. And then we came back and scored 8, got it really close, and they beat us by 1 run in the last inning last night. It was
Yeah.
it was a good game. We had fun.
that was
terminal illness.
Y'all on terminal illness, yeah. That was a good
I enjoyed
one.
it.
That was back and
I had
forth,
fun.
back and forth, back and forth. I remember umpiring that game, and I remember it was very intense coming down the stretch right there.
Yeah, it
a
was.
couple really big plays in that game.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe your significant other scored you at one point.
She did. Yeah, she did. Danielle got an RBI last
That's
night.
right. Yeah,
Sure
yeah.
did.
That was a nice
Shout
little
out.
moment.
Yeah,
Nice
it
little
was.
moment there. That
It
a little
was. I
moment.
enjoyed that.
That was the only other game that we had last night was, that was the outsiders versus backdoor sliders. Obviously, we've talked about Charlie and his performance last night. Cromer threw a hell of a game.
He looks like a wiffle ball player.
He does, man. He hides that ball so well, and it just pisses me off. Because he does a very good job of hiding the ball. He's tough to hit. But talking about the outsiders, they came out here. This is their all of their first time to play wiffle ball, and they came out here, and it was cool to see those guys compete. Luke Peavy comes out here and he's like, we've got a bunch of guys on the sideline. I think I'll let them play. I'll sit out this week. And he comes out and takes a little batting practice, hits a ball over on Dearborn. And he's like, yep, I'm playing. That's all it took was one good
taste.
contact, and he was all in. Fody comes out here, effectively wild in the first inning, and then settles in, and he's playing on one leg.
Yeah.
I mean, the grit of that guy is incredible. And then Jake comes out here, plays bang up defense, hits his first home run in a wiffle ball. I was pretty stoked about that. The energy of that team was incredible.
It was good.
And we're so lucky to have those guys playing, and that was an enjoyable game. Watching that game go back and forth. And I tell you, one of the best web gems that I've seen out here happened in that game.
Oh, at third
I'm not
base over
sure,
here.
I'm pardon me for not knowing the guy's name.
Yeah.
But whoever that guy was playing third,
That was a
ball,
grab.
that line drive that he snagged barehanded,
Just suck.
and then doubled the guy up at second was incredible. The
That was
place
good.
went berserk.
Yeah, it did.
So that was really cool. That was another fun game.
We're going to see the
rarely
outsiders in a
happens.
couple of weeks in the game of the week,
Yep.
so a lot can happen.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think they learned a lot. This is like I said, they played. Playing sliders for your first game ever playing wiffle ball, that's a tall challenge.
Oh yeah, they
That's-
scored 7 runs last
Yeah,
night.
I mean, look, that team, they've got some athletes over there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
and
have some athletes.
they're having a good time. They're obviously fully into it. That place was raucous, and it was awesome. And they're going to surprise some people this year. They, I was curious, how are they going to transition to wiffle ball? Well, I think they're going to make some noise.
I think they're going to be like our team. If we play early in the night, we do really well. But if we wait until the later games, after we've all had a
6
few
or 7 of
cocktails,
those,
and it gets, you swing it just whatever comes up there,
At a pub?
Yeah,
That happens.
I admit it.
Are you saying that Off in the Woods has some competition this year?
Absolutely. Look, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Off in the Woods deserves all the respect. They are the best team in
Yes.
this league until someone says otherwise.
So yeah,
And we gave it a pretty good effort last night. We came up 10 runs short. And I'm
Right now, the
I'm
GOAT.
a realist. They are the GOAT right
The
now. I think that there's enough talent and enough, like I said, and like you just keep going back to that 2-foot mound difference. It can mean everything this year. That is a huge catalyst
It
in
is.
what we're doing out here. And you saw it last night. People that usually struggled at the plate from that first distance were squaring pitches up last night pretty well.
Oh, the second
Some
time
pitchers-
around, people
some-
were seeing it. Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Some pitchers that were, really, really, really dominant last season were getting touched up a little bit. So we'll see. It's a long season. We've still got a bunch of weeks left. I got the hiccups right now, and they're killing me. But we got a bunch of weeks left, and it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of competition, and I'm excited to see how it plays out.
I am too.
I'm just excited for the season to be here and continue on. We got another 14 weeks to go of
Yep.
just wiffle ball action week after week on Tuesday nights starting at 6, free crawfish. We got home runs. We got plenty of exciting action. The most competitive season yet here at Pub Park. If you want to get updates about the Play Get With It Wiffle Ball League, you can go to playgetwithit.com. wiffleball.com. Every week we'll have updates on the standings, home run leaders, scores, updating schedules, game of the week, all that and more. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at O'Dailies. Get with it.
Yep.
That's it.
It's going to be very interactive. Tim's doing an incredible job.
Very good job.
On our website right now, keeping that thing, fresh and updated. It looks good, man. It really looks
Everything looks
good,
really good.
and you're definitely a very valuable asset to everything that we have going on out here.
Thank you.
And we're just, look, man, we're looking forward to, growing wiffle ball. Like the excitement, the stoke is still here. I'm telling you, I can't.
I
wait to get out here
loved
on
last
Tuesdays,
night. I
man.
loved it.
Last night
I had
was-
so much
Last
fun.
night was ridiculous. It really was.
I didn't go to bed until like 2. It was a long night for me.
I came
last
out
night.
here, we got the crawfish going, and then, you start looking around, you're like, oh man, all these people are here for crawfish.
Yeah.
Then they get their crawfish, and next thing you know, they're all fighting to get on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Get
Come
their
out-
spot.
Come out here and
Gotta
watch
see
me
what's
watch
happening.
me drop fly balls and shit.
Oh God, you dropped that one right there.
So man, right there in the middle.
Oh,
of everything,
dude,
so
you were P.O.
I was pissed.
You were mad.
It wasn't happy. But man, we're just I love this place. O'Dailies is home to us, and for us to be able to do something like this that we love right here at our favorite place downtown is, man,
Yep. Big shout out to our
it's-
buddy Matt Lamont for letting us do this here. We appreciate it, buddy.
Yep. Couldn't do any of this without you, buddy.
And all the players, we want to say thank you.
Yep.
Because this is we don't have it.
We're who
without
we
you.
are because of you.
That's right.
It just is what it is, That's reality. And we've made a lot of great friendships and relationships through this place. That's what we do out here, man. We bring people together and we hit bombs.
Bombs.
Strike out a couple times.
Just a couple times.
Just a couple times.
Weaver struck out twice.
Wait. Did David Weaver strike out?
Even though Matt kept telling me to cue it up, we got to hit the Dreamweaver music every 5 seconds whenever he does
Look.
something. But he struck out legitimately one time, and then there was another one. It was a little controversial. I thought I had the right count, and I was like, "Oh, Weaver strikes out."
I
and then-
was walking off the field.
Yeah.
When look, because I thought I
Yeah.
had the count right too, but apparently
And then Downey's like, "No,
somebody
no."
threw another ball in on that first strike, so they call it a dead pitch.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
yeah.
because the Get With It crowd was so loud I couldn't hear it.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a pretty good problem to have. But I really do think that Dreamweaver is just a staple. I mean, every week that's got to.
He's a crowd favorite.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
He's a
You
crowd
kidding me?
favorite.
You kidding me? Weaver,
I had
that boy,
Cherry mahogany.
that boy, he's so pretty. That boy pretty.
Pretty. Look at my calves.
I called him at one point. I was like, "Oh, Weaver strikes out for the second time." Wait, okay. Well, Weaver almost struck out. There
And
it
he
is.
struck
There
out.
we go.
And there it is. And there's number
And
2.
I do have to plug my boy Zach Mann right here.
Oh, Zach Mann.
Zach was,
Zachariah.
Little rivalry with Coppersmith. Took him deep one time for a
Absolutely,
2-run shot.
Yeah.
And then he turned around next inning. Cop got him right back, struck him out.
Yep.
He wasn't too happy about that.
we have a something pretty special in our team that we really enjoy is Sneed and Zach are both very good pitchers. And they kind of feed off of each other as well. Sneed came out in the third, I think it was the third last night, and or the second inning last night. Zach came in. You got one righty, one lefty. They like to change it up. But Zach's such a good two-way player. He has a blast out here. He keeps all of us laughing the whole time, which is a lot of levity for us.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing in the world is watching Zach completely affect how David Weaver plays wiffle ball. And
100%.
he just David Weaver can't play
Gets
wiffle ball
in his head.
against Zach, man. He can't do it. the boy can't do it.
The hot corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, and Zach struck him out last night, and the whole time Zach's pitching to him, he's laughing his ass off, which has me laughing my
Dude,
ass.
Zach's laugh gets me going.
Oh yeah. So I mean, what a great night, man.
Yeah,
that
it was
that was
fun.
unbelievable.
I enjoyed
It was
it
so much
all.
fun.
Well, we're excited for more. Next Tuesday, we're going to be right back out here at 6 o'clock with the O'Dailies. Get with it. Wiffle Ball League. Let's get with it.
Get
Cheers.
with it, baby. Cheers.